Let's get to the Black Stars. 25-man squad has been named Chris Hughton's first ever squad. We have a World Cup, not a World Cup, an AFCON qualifier against Angola coming. That game will be at Kumasi. So there you have the squad list there in front of you. So you have Atizigi, Manaf, Wallacott returning. Tariq Lamptey is in the mix. Dennis Odoi, Gideon Mensah. Patrick Bozo is the new name in the mix. He plays his football for Sheriff Tiraspol. Used to play for Inter Allies Football Club back in the day. Alexander Jiku, Mohamed Salisu, Joseph Edu. Joseph Edu's on cue to be the most consistent player in La Liga now. He's played more continuous matches now than any other player, I believe, according to the record. So that's a good one for him. In the midfield, they have Partey, Ashimeru, Salis, and Edmond Ado. And then you have Jordan Ayew, Osman Bokari, Joseph Paint, so makes a return. Kamaldeen Sulemana runs for the Eboa Konigsdorfer. He's having a really good season in the Bundesliga too. And then up front, you have Mohamed Kudus, Andre Ayew, Kamal Sowa, Inaki, and Antoine Semenyo. Coach, squad has been named 25-man squad. Your impressions? Can this get us 6 points against Angola?
It should, because at the end of the day, this is what we have. I don't think there's any player out there who should have been in the team who is not there, apart from Abdul Mumin. I don't know whether he's hurt, the one who plays in Spain.
Valladolid.
And then Seydou Salifu, who was brilliant at the World Cup. For him, I know.
Alidu Seydou, he has an injury.
Yeah,
so he's had surgery, so he'll be out for 3 months.
Exactly. So apart from him,
you think this is a full-strength squad?
Looking at this, I will be very much interested in those who start the game. Because that is where
you think that's where the focus
That is where the focus should be. And we are a team undergoing transition. It is time we move away from giving certain players an automatic starting role. For example, I'll be shocked if I see the day I start the game against Angola in Kumasi. He's not on form.
He's not playing regularly.
He should sit down for the pacey guys to be there. And like I said on Sports Panorama, I'll repeat, I hope the people who are in charge of Joseph Paintsil will talk to him and get him to put the World Cup disappointment behind him so that he come and serve his country. But in case he says, I'm not ready,
they should let him.
Every Ghanaian should understand that. Because the manner in which he was overlooked for the World Cup was very disturbing. There are certain things some of us cannot say here. The damage that thing caused to the young man, I cannot come and say it here. But I just hope that he's been guided by very matured people who I believe would have, because it is now a family matter. He has a family. The family were all disturbed when he was overlooked in the manner. By far our best player in Europe this season, not taken to the World Cup, for under 19 players who hardly sees the pitch of Sporting Lisbon, all of them to be at the World Cup. It was very, very disturbing. And I just hope that he will accept to come and serve his country and then show everybody the form he's been showing in the Belgian league.
Let me take 30 seconds on Susu. Just quick thoughts on the team.
I like the squad. I think there are some questions about whether some players would be in if they were not injured, which is obviously an issue. But there's a few kind of regulars who we are regularly picking who are not in form. And thinking, like we say, we're in a transition situation. I'm wondering why some of these players are still being selected. But look, I understand. Maybe because he was part of the technical team at the World Cup, he wants that continuity. For me, there's a lack of goals up front. I'm not saying there's a lack of goals. I'm saying there's a lack of goals up front. When I look at our striker options, the players who are likely to play as number nines, because I look at someone like Paintsil, he has goals. Konigsdorfer, he has goals. Kudus, he has goals. Then I look at the players who have to play forward as the number 9 in Semenyo and Inaki Williams. There's not a lot of goals there. I like Inaki Williams because he's industrious. He has a lot of pace and power and energy. But finishing has never been his strong suit. Look, I like to look at my XG numbers. And this is someone who I don't believe since XG became a thing, he's overperformed his XG. He's underperformed every single season, if I can remember correctly. So he's not much of a finisher. Semenyo, I don't think, has gotten a lot of chances up front, in the sense that he plays as a number 9, he plays as a number 10, he plays on the left, he plays on the right. He moves around a lot. But we use him as a striker for Ghana. But I don't know, because I don't know how much he plays as a striker, in the sense that he moves around a lot. I'm not sure about him. So for me, that lack of a number 9 is a problem. And we've still not solved this issue since Baby Jet. Really. We've
Honestly,
been on this since
we
Baby
took
Jet.
Inaki to the World Cup, and in 3 matches, he didn't have a single shot on target.
Yeah.
There's only one Baby Jet. We need to find a better way of playing as a country.
You mean we need to forget about replacing him
And then
move it
look
on?
at those we've got there. If we select the right players, put the likes of Joseph Spencer, the likes of Kudus, the likes of Partey, Kamadin,
We might not have to need. We might not have to use
a
a
number nine.
traditional number 9.
When we've got mobile players, we can put them.
I
on
don't
the
mind not having a traditional number 9. If we say we are going to play one of these informed forward players as our number 9, I'll be okay with that. But I'm talking about the fact that the number 9s we have selected,
They don't score goals.
All are not prolific.
yeah, that's
problematic.
what I'm talking about. I don't, because if we play a false 9 system or we move things around or we decide to go with the winger through the middle, teams do it and they are getting results. It's not really. We saw Jota, who's a winger by trade. For most of last season for Liverpool, we played through the middle. Then when Luis Diaz came, Mane was moved into the middle.
That is why I am saying that we wait to see those who start the game on the 20th.
Very important.
But the
Very
reason
important.
is I'm assuming Chris Hughton is more of a traditional type guy. So I'm assuming one of Inaki Williams or Semenyo will start. And
Well,
that's why I'm bringing that up. Not that, and for me, even if Inaki Williams played on the wing, I think it would even be better because of his industry and energy. I think he could do more on the wing because if he's on the wing, you can also
Double
use
back
him.
and track back.
Exactly.
So the best way to do is to give our midfielders mobile players ahead
Up
of
front.
them.
Yeah.
And
Let's
Naki
see.
Williams moves, Joseph
Pedro,
Benson moves,
Kamaldeen.
Kudus is moving, Kamadi is
So
moving.
I'm just wondering how we figure it out, but I'm just saying the lack of, because I know Kudus will score goals because he's very regular with goals for the Black Stars. That's one thing I've noticed about him. Even Partey gets a lot of goals for the Black
we
Stars,
play him in the right
relatively.
position. Yeah.
So the goals in the team and Pencil's having a very good scoring season. So the goals in the team are not the problem, but the fact that it's likely that Inaki Williams will start and his goal scoring record is not that good is bothering me a bit.
We'll see how Chris
Not
Hughton
to pick on him because
mixes
he's a good
things
player,
up.
but
We're not picking on him. His World Cup was there for everybody to see. Let's see how Hughton mixes things up on the set day. But that's it from us here. It's been absolutely wonderful coming your way.